and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise, and today is Saturday, and this is Silly Yarny Sisters Socktacular Saturday, or otherwise known as SIS. So, what are we doing? Well, we're making socks. How did this come about? Well, Missi from Missi's Yarniverse and More wants to make socks. She specifically wants to knit some socks. Now, I do believe, isn't yet proficient if she's with knitting, so she wants to learn to knit to start with, but she wants to also eventually knit some socks. But she is a crocheter, so quite a few of the Yarny community who are bi-stitchual, i.e. can knit and crochet, have suggested that she starts by learning how sock anatomy, how to make socks, starting with crochet. Now, eventually, I think she wants to do some crochet socks from a book called The Crochet Socks That Rock. I haven't got the book yet. I am looking at getting it as a digital format book, purely because it's easier for me. I don't exactly have a lot of space for anything at the moment, so it's easier to put it on my Kindle. So that's what I'm hoping to do. But prior to that, we've been doing a free pattern. The other lady that is involved with this is Rainee from the Woolly Llama Shop, and she knows how to knit and has attempted to knit socks, but has never been able to complete a pair of socks. So she has said that she will help with Missi to learn to knit, while also trying to complete the challenge of making a pair of socks, of completing a pair of socks. So, with that all being said, where do I come in? Well, I decided I'd like to do the same. I can knit, but yeah, I'm basic stitches, and it's been a long while since I actually last did any knitting. So I've obviously got to refresh how to knit, because it's probably going back, I would say, at least 15 years since I last did any knitting. I certainly didn't do much. I haven't done any knitting since the house fire, and that is coming up to 11 years since that. So prior to that, yeah, I would say probably a good 2 or 3 years prior to that since I last did any knitting. Because the situation at the time, I find knitting very slow going, and when I found crochet, it was a big revelation of me with my fibre arts, because I'd more or less given up doing any of the fibre arts prior to that. But anyway, let's continue. So the pattern we are doing is, let's do a better bit of it, is Peyton's Croy socks, which is a basic vanilla toe up sock. So yeah, it's a basic pattern. You use whatever yarn you got and you do whatever. Now the yarn I'm using, because I have loads of this, I've got to learn to work my figures out a bit better when I come to doing. But there again, you see, I didn't know what I was doing with this originally because my daughter wanted me to make clothes and I didn't know exactly what I was going to be making. So we got the Yarnsmiths Create Baby 4-ply. I've got loads of it in this baby cream colour. It's each ball is 100-gram ball for 3.5 ounces, 439 meters, 480 yards, and it's 100% acrylic. So that's what I'm doing my first set of socks with. I might make myself another set with this because the set I'm going to convert to slipper socks, which I have some stuff on order, waiting for it to arrive, to put on the bottoms of these to turn them into slipper socks for my grandson. I'm thinking I might make myself a set of socks using the same yarn. Okay, it's going to get mucky. That's fine. It's okay. But anyway, so where I finished off, and I've done both of them, where I finished off is where these markers are. So I've completed the cuffs on both, and I've also put in the heels on both. Now, I was watching Rainee's and Missi's from last week, and they're both saying that they can't get their socks on properly because here, where the heel is to the where we've added the heel, it's not as wide there, so it's more difficult to get your foot through. Now, I think the same as Missi, that it's possibly a fault, because you can see it pulls right there where the heel is. It's pulling there. So I have a feeling that maybe it's the way that the pattern is, that it needs a few more stitches between it so that the heel is done slightly differently. I don't know. It could be. I mean, I might, if I do this set again, I might try and do a slight adaptation where I don't put the heel in quite the same position and see whether that makes a difference. We'll see. But I've made these for my grandson. Yes, they are going to be a bit big for him right now because I have gone for the next size up. Yes, he has big feet, but doesn't quite have as big a feet as these. So, and he doesn't come and stay at my house quite as often as he was. It's now, and he starts. It's supposed to be, shall I say, starting school, either nursery or school, come September. So he will then be coming and seeing me even less than he does now. So it won't matter too much on that. But That's what I'm doing. So, with that all being said, as I said, I'm looking at getting the crochet socks that rock book on digital full format. Not sure what I'm doing at the moment. I might, as I say, redo these socks. So next week you'll see what I've decided to do, how I've decided to do it. But from as of at the moment, I've completed a pair of socks. I think I do need to do a little bit more in crochet of socks. So yeah, maybe doing the crochet socks that rock, maybe doing a set from there, maybe a bit more of an idea of doing it slightly differently, maybe doing a cuff down rather than a toe up, or whatever patterns it's got in that book. I haven't yet looked, so I don't know, but I will have a look. So we will see next week. I might do a video next week, I might not. It depends on how things go. So, with that all being said and done for today, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.